Hey there guys, I hope you guys are having a great day, and today we'll be looking at the amazing Yamaguchi Catwoman. And honestly, they did an amazing job with this figure. Unfortunately, they made one mistake with this that I really don't like. But before I get into that, I want to talk about the aesthetics. And despite the fact that this is an all black figure, I do like how much detail they gave it to it. Not to mention the little bit of silver and the red goggles. If you guys have played the video games, then you know that this is very clearly inspired by the Arkham series, and honestly, the only nitpick I have with it, I wish that the chest was bigger, but outside of that, it's pretty much good. Honestly, this figure is almost perfect, but it does have one major flaw, and unfortunately, it can all be found with one thing: her ass. You see, when it comes to this figure, the articulation is pretty amazing. You can pretty much put her in whatever pose you possibly want. But unlike the Supergirl figure that they made, they decided to put her cheeks on the crotch piece instead of the legs. And what I mean by that is that because of where the cheeks are placed, basically they'll always get in the way of the legs whenever you want to make them go backwards. Which by comparison makes it a downgrade when compared to their Supergirl figure. And to show that off, here is the Jedi Toy Street Fighter Cammy. Just look how much of a difference it makes. Because of where the placement of the cheeks are, they pretty much do not get hindered at all. I don't know about you guys, but personally I think that all female figures should have their cheeks on their legs. Not only does it look more aesthetically pleasing, but it actually does more for the articulation. If they ever make a 1.5 version of this Catwoman figure, they should definitely change that. Not to mention, personally, I would like them to make their chest bigger. Alright, and now it's time to show off the accessories, and let's start off with this head. Unfortunately, this one is not customizable, meaning that if you want the goggles on, you pretty much have no choice but to use that expression because you can't change the faceplate. Not to mention it's a bit trickier to get on because you can't split it into pieces. I found that it makes it easier by removing the neck from the body and just trying to connect the head to it first. And as you can see, it also comes with this eye tool. You use it to adjust the eyeballs on all the faceplates. Now when it comes to the second head, you can separate it in 3 pieces. All you gotta do is remove the top of the head first, and then after that you can separate the faceplate. And as you can see, this one's more of a happy expression. And here's the faceplate that I don't like. It's supposed to be her tongue sticking out of her mouth, but unfortunately it looks like a small paint blob. And lastly, here is a more serious expression. And here are the hands that come by default, which is just a closed pair of fists. Not to mention, it also comes with an extra 4 pair of hands. You'll also get 1 extra joint just in case. She also comes with 2 different pieces of gold so you can display her with. As well as this red emerald. And a necklace that you can actually put on the figure. And a wired whip that you can pose in any way that you want. Not to mention this plasticky one that's already pre-posed. And this little piece that goes on the side of her waist, so that way when you want to display her with the whip in her hand. And lastly, here's her default whip. This just sits next to her waist whenever you're not using it. Now, articulation wise, this is an amazing Yamaguchi figure after all, so you pretty much do whatever you want with her. If it wasn't for that one flaw, this figure would be absolutely perfect. It would be the perfect example for why amazing Yamaguchi figures are so good. I hope to God they actually make a Marvel Black Cat, because honestly, with how good this figure is, I would absolutely love to have their version of that character. But let's get over the articulation very quickly. The arms can go up that high, they can rotate, and they can bend that far. It also has neck articulation, and the head can look up that high. It also has a ball joint at the chest and stomach. I also forgot to mention, because of the flaw we talked about earlier, the figure also has a problem doing the splits. The legs can also bend and go up by that much. And it also has boot rotation and not to mention thigh rotation as well. And as you can see, the upper half can bend backwards pretty well. It's the lower half that needs to be improved. And when it comes to bending forward, it does an amazing job of that. And for anyone wondering, here's what she looks like next to the amazing Yamaguchi Supergirl. And as you can see, Catwoman is slightly shorter than Supergirl. I wish it was the other way around, but honestly, I can let this slide. You know, I just realized when it comes to all the amazing Yamaguchi figures that I own, they're all really good, but they all have like that one flaw that keeps them from being perfect. With Supergirl, it's her hair, with Catwoman, it's her ass, and with Spider-Gwen, it has to be her hood. You know guys, normally this would be the time to do the cheeks comparison, but I think I spent enough time talking about her rear end. I think I'm just gonna skip to the size comparisons. And besides, we all know she ain't beating Cammy, that's for sure. Alright, and here she is next to my Snail Shell Zombie Grizza and Marvel Legends Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. My Jedi Toy Street Fighter Cammy and Guile. My Mafex Marvel Gwenpool and the Mafex Batman Hush. And lastly, my third-party figure art Xeno Vegeta and Xeno Goku. Anyway guys, thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe and I'll be uploading more soon. And I'll see you guys later.